Hey there. Imagine a scenario where you've made this pause menu, you've added 3 buttons and spaced them out manually inside a container underneath a canvas. You then decide that in some areas of the game you want to stop the player from restarting. How do you do this? Do you reposition the buttons in script when you want this change to happen? Do you have 2 different versions of the UI to maintain and turn them on and off as you need them? It's too much work. So a better alternative are layout groups. Layout groups control the positioning of all the child UI elements underneath them. If I add a horizontal layout group to this button container, you can see it taking it over the positioning of its child objects. One of the biggest benefits I find is then you can just turn on and off any child UI elements and it'll reposition the remaining ones as you'd expect. So no need for any extra UI setup. The layout group will do this for you. You can duplicate any buttons, so add as many more as you want, or turn off as many as you want, like we discussed turning off the restart button. Let's just take a little look at the parameters that we've got here. Padding moves the offset from the edging of the container. Spacing controls the gap between each element. And the child alignment sets where you want the layout to start. Upper left anchors it to the top leftmost point of our parent. Middle center would start the layout element in the center of the parent and then spread them outwards, and so on. Child control size states whether the layout parent should take control of the size as well as the position of each layout element. Ticking both of these expands the layout element to be the maximum size it possibly can be while still fitting in the parent. Child force expand is something I only use when you need fine control over each element's size, which brings me nicely onto layout elements. If you turn on child control size and add a layout element to one of our buttons, we can start individually controlling minimum size and relative size to other buttons in the group. If we tick this and give a large minimum size, the layout group does its best to maintain the minimum width of this restart button, including when the parent is resized. Alternatively, you could set a preferred width. Let's say 100. Preferred width will tell the layout group to allocate any remaining size after it's done laying out all the elements to your button here. So we're getting like an extra 100 width for this restart button. So that's horizontal layout groups. Vertical layout groups are almost identical, but they're very useful for growing vertical lists of items. I hope you found this information handy and you can go on to use it yourself and make some beautiful responsive UI. Thanks for watching.